Hi, Allison. How are you, hun? Listen, do you mind if I use your parking spot for a while? It'll only be a week, okay? Thank you. Wait, what? What for? Don't you think this is all a little too sudden? Is everything okay? Why do you need to use it for a week? Normally, my family's car is parked there, and we use it every day. So I don't think I'll be able to help you. Sorry. Huh? You're joking, right? You can't help me? But you're rich, aren't you? You live in that penthouse apartment uptown after all. So why can't you just let me use your parking spot? Jeez. I've heard that rich people are all stingy, but this is beyond what I expected. It has nothing to do with money. It's just that it's too inconvenient. Like I said, that parking spot is in use, and we pay a service charge to the apartment complex for it. So? So what? You have the money, don't you? I know you're rich. You can afford to let me use it for 1 week. I'm sorry. Even if you insist, I just don't think it's going to be possible. Why can't you find your own spot? You've said before that your husband makes a lot of money, right? Not as much as you guys make. And anyway, it would help me to save money if I could use your parking space while I don't need the car. Don't you want to help a friend save money? Sorry, I already told you. Our parking space is in use. I can't lend it to you. We pay a lot for that spot, actually. And we only have the one parking spot, so there's no spare place for you to put your car. Well then, just take your car and park it somewhere else, and I'll use your parking spot. That's fine, isn't it? Huh? Why would I move my car somewhere else just so that you can use my parking spot? I have no idea what you're talking about. I told you before, right? I'm going on holiday with my family for a week, and I was wondering where to put the car while we're not using it. Everywhere around here is paid parking, and I figured if there were a friend with a spare spot somewhere, I could save money by leaving it with them. And then I thought of you! So you'll let me use it, right? No! Like I said, it's not a spare spot. We're using it every day. Anyway, why does it have to be me? Of course, I would consider it if I had a spare spot or enough space for another car, but it's simply not possible. We only have one spot, and we're using it. And that's final. Huh? Why are you being like this? We're friends, aren't we? And you live in such a nice place. Just help me out. Are you telling me to pay the expensive parking fees around here myself? I'm not telling you what to spend your money on. But if it's necessary for you to leave your car somewhere and you don't have anyone to lend it to, then I don't think it's unreasonable for you to pay for your own parking. Sorry, but I really can't help you. You're joking, right? You're a lot more selfish of a person than I thought, you know? Huh? What do you mean? Surely I haven't done anything unusual by turning you down here. I don't understand why you're so offended. You're so full of yourself. Just because you live in a penthouse apartment. You always come to pick up your child from school driving a black Mercedes-Benz, too. And when I asked about what kind of place you live in, you stuck your nose in the air and said, "Oh, I live in a penthouse apartment downtown." I never stuck my nose in the air. Please don't exaggerate. And you even went out of your way to show the house off to me the other day, calling me over under the pretext that we're members of the same support group, so you should come and see my house. What? That's not what happened at all. You said you wanted to see the house and insisted on coming over, so I obliged. I definitely wasn't trying to show the place off. I even turned you down multiple times, but in the end, you practically invited yourself over. Well, you know, you're always driving that fancy car. Not to mention swanning around in your nice clothes. Can you really blame me for being a little curious about what kind of place you live in? Is that right? I can't say I really understand where you're coming from. As for my clothes, they just look nice because I always make sure to iron them. It's not like I'm wearing anything particularly expensive. I'm really not trying to show off. I promise. Of course you are. don't pretend to be modest. Everyone said they envied you, with your expensive clothes and your fancy car. You just love being the center of attention, don't you? I'm sorry. It's not my intention. Really. Honestly, you're such a fraud. Flaunting your wealth everywhere you go and then not even letting me use one measly parking spot. I am so disappointed in you. I don't see how the two things are related, to be honest. Fine then. If you're going to be so stingy, then I just won't bother asking you for anything anymore, okay? Please don't put it like that. I have no idea what I've done to anger you so much. But please don't ask to use my parking spot anymore. Allison! Where are you right now? You're late! Good morning, Cordelia. What's happening? It's Saturday, you know. I'm pretty sure I don't have any particular plans today. Wait, are you at home? Well, yes. Is there a problem with that? What? You haven't even left yet? What a disaster! There's an emergency parent-teacher conference today. You really haven't heard anything about it? There is? No, I haven't heard anything. You're joking, right? I definitely mentioned it to you the other day. Everyone is here at the school already. We're all waiting for you. We can't start the conference without you, you know. What? Are you sure? I just checked and I definitely don't have any emails or messages about it. They must have gone into the wrong inbox or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you get here, ASAP. Okay, I will. I'm heading out the door now. Give me 10 minutes. Come as quickly as you can. We're all waiting. Cordelia, what's going on? I arrived at the school and no one was there. I tried asking around and no one knows anything about an emergency parent-teacher conference. Why would you lie to me? Wow, I'm surprised you found out so quickly. Nothing less from Allison, I suppose. Anyway, I'm a little bit busy right now. I'll contact you in a few hours when I have time. Huh? What's going on? I have no idea what's going on right now. Can you please just explain yourself? Hello? Are you still there, Cordelia? Hi, Allison. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Anyway, what did you want to talk to me about? You said you'd message me in a few hours, but it's been almost half a day, you know. Oh, yes, about that. No big deal. I just wanted to use your parking spot for a bit. But I needed to get your car out of the way first. Huh? So you lied to me to get me to take the car out of the parking space? Are you serious? Yes, exactly. You catch on quick, huh? As I told you before, I'm going on holiday with my husband, so I want to borrow your parking spot for a bit. I'll be back in a week, so just leave it for the time being. You'll need to find somewhere else to put your car. The fine for illegal parking is $2,000 a day, you know? Huh? What are you talking about? You didn't park your car in my spot. You parked it in someone else's. What do you mean? Of course I didn't. I would never make such a silly mistake. I even double-checked the number. Well, you must have made some kind of mistake because when I came home from the school, my parking space was open. Wait, what? Does it matter where you park? Of course it does. All of the parking spots are strictly designated. Did you read the sign next to the parking lot? Sign? What sign? I didn't see any sign. Well, just to let you know, it says the fine for illegal parking is $2,000 a day. You're joking, right? I didn't see that written anywhere. I thought that I'd parked in your spot after all. I wasn't looking around. I guess not. But I was able to put the car back in my parking spot without a problem when I got home. Seriously? No way. Well, then you need to do something about this situation. This is your fault for using such a complicated parking lot. All of it was explained to me when I moved in. And I also pay for my parking spot on time every month. So none of this is my fault. I'm just a bystander to this whole thing. Everyone who lives in the apartment complex knows how to use the parking lot, and there's never any problem. So why is it my fault that you couldn't understand it? But I told you I wanted to use your parking lot. You should have explained the rules to me. I refused, didn't I? So why would I have explained the rules to you if I didn't want you to use it? Well, that might be true, but you're still the one in the wrong here. I can't follow your line of logic at all. You're not making any sense. By the way, the owner of that parking spot is pretty infamous around here. I'm a little worried for you. Infamous? In what way? Well, I see him around sometimes when I go to get my car. He's a skinhead and covered in tattoos. People in the apartment who live across from him often see suspicious people coming and going from his door all day. We think he might be involved in something shady. You're joking, right? I don't want to be involved with someone like that. I could end up being targeted or something. You catch on pretty quick, huh? Honestly, he doesn't really seem like a bad person. But I don't want to interact with him any more than is necessary. You'll have to go and apologize to him in my place. You know what he looks like, right? Are you paying attention? I just said I don't want to interact with him any more than is necessary. I don't want to get involved in this mess. Don't rely on me to do something about this. But this could be really bad. What am I going to do? You're the only person who can make this right, so help me. Me? I don't have anything to do with this. I'm just a bystander. You're the one who tried to use someone else's parking spot and got into trouble because you misunderstood things. I don't owe you anything, nor do I feel like helping you. Don't say that. This is going to cost me $2,000 a day, you know. And starting today, I'm out of town for an entire week. Why don't you just come back and move it? That's not going to happen. I'm already on the other side of the country, you know. I'd have to get on an airplane to go back. We already paid for the hotel and everything. We can't come back now. And my husband is in a really good mood because we're on holiday. Well then, I guess you'll just have to give up and enjoy your trip and worry about the parking when you get back. You can pay the fine when you return. But it's $2,000 a day! And since I'll be away for a week, that's $14,000 in total! How am I supposed to afford that? Ah, that's right. You're a full-time housewife, right? I guess you'll just have to ask your husband to pay it for you. No, I couldn't possibly do that. Oh, really? Is there any particular reason for that? Well, the thing is, I already received money from him to spend on parking. Huh? You did? I told him we would have to pay for parking while we were away. So he gave me the money and told me to find a parking spot. How am I going to explain the situation to him? Oh, so you used the money for yourself, is that it? Yeah, something like that. I'm appalled. You lied to your husband and used his money for yourself, and now you want me to take responsibility for you? You're beyond help. Please. Like I said, you're the only one who can fix this. I'm begging you. Can you at least send me the money for now? I can't believe you have the nerve to ask me for money in this situation. If I pay for you, then that just means you'll have gotten away with this behavior without learning your lesson. I have learned my lesson. I promise. I promise I won't do anything like this ever again. Didn't you call me stingy for not letting you use my parking spot? And you accused me of flaunting my wealth and wanting to be the center of attention. Why should I give you a single cent? I'm really sorry about all that. I didn't mean it. I apologize, so please help me. I want to be able to enjoy my trip. I'm not stopping you from doing that. Put the parking thing out of your mind and just enjoy your holiday for now. Although I'm sure this will be a very expensive holiday for you. Don't say that. How could you, Allison? I had no idea that things would turn out like this. Well, it's your fault for trying to use someone else's parking spot, you know? please take this opportunity to reflect on your own behavior. I am reflecting. I really am. Trust me, I am really having a hard time right now. Enough is enough. Don't leave me like this any longer. Help me. By the way, the owner is furious about this whole thing. You mean he already knows about it? That's right. He found out right away. The reason his parking spot was open was because he was away somewhere, you know? And then when he got back, another car was parked in his spot. Apparently, this has all been quite a nuisance for him to deal with. You went and told him? I didn't tell him anything. I just went home and parked my car as always. Then how do you know he's angry? I had my husband call him and give him the details about what's going on. You did? Once he explained to the owner, he lost it completely. We gave him your phone number too, just so you know. Huh? Why are you on his side? You should have just told him it was a misunderstanding or something. I just let him know that I wasn't involved. That's all. You'll have to sort it out and apologize to him after you get back. And how am I supposed to do that? Don't be like this. Help me out. Come to think of it, my husband has been glaring at me for a while now. Did you say something to him? My husband has already spoken to your husband on the phone. About what? What do you mean, about what? About the parking spot mix-up, of course. Wait, don't say anything to my husband yet. Let me explain it to him. You're too late, I'm afraid. And anyway, you caused quite a bit of trouble for my husband this morning, too. He's furious with you as well. I mean, I ran out of the house in a panic with our daughter this morning. So when he asked me about it later, I explained that you'd lied to me. You did what? How can you be so selfish? What do you mean? This all happened because you used someone else's parking spot without permission. Aren't you being a little hypocritical? By the way, I've already screenshotted this entire conversation and sent it to everyone involved, including your husband. What am I going to do? My husband seems to be really furious at me. Please, do something. You have to help me. Like I said, I'm just a bystander in all this. Please, I'm begging you. Can we just write this all off as a little misunderstanding? And why should I do that? Look on the bright side. At least you found somewhere to leave your car for the week. Although it's a rather expensive spot, I'm afraid. At least try to enjoy your trip while you're away. Anyway, I should let you get back to your holiday. I'll be blocking you as well, of course. Well, have fun! After that, Cordelia's husband was red in the face with rage, and they had a blazing argument. During the trip, their relationship took a turn for the worse as they often snapped at each other. Once they returned home, they had to face Allison's scary skinhead neighbor and apologize to him. He told them to pay a nuisance fee of $10,000. As you can imagine, Cordelia turned pale when she heard this. In her rush to get the car out, Cordelia damaged the gate and was charged another $40,000 on top of that. The amount might seem to be absurd, but they lacked the money to hire a lawyer. After finding out that she had deceived him to get money for parking, Cordelia's husband said he couldn't trust her anymore and filed for a divorce. He also told her to pay her debts off herself and threw her out of the house. Cordelia started working a part-time job in order to pay her debts, but being unaccustomed to working a job, she didn't have very much success and was quickly fired. Allison, on the other hand, received a few $1,000s from Cordelia's law-abiding husband as compensation for the nuisance. He ended up taking her entire family out to dinner at an expensive restaurant, although it seems that the money he gave them came from Cordelia. Cordelia now has a massive debt as a result of her self-serving behavior and envy of others. But it's all her own fault, after all.
Hey, Nora, do you have a quick moment to chat? I was just wondering where you're going this weekend. This weekend? I don't think my family has any plans to go anywhere, really. Why do you ask? What? Come on, don't you lie to me. I know that isn't true. You and your family are always taking cool trips on the weekend. Everyone knows that. You should take us along sometime.
What? Usually we just end up going to the mall. I don't really know what trips you're talking about. Sorry.
Oh, the mall sounds fun. You should take me and my family next time you go.
You want to come with us to the mall?
Yeah, we can all get lunch together too. It'll be fun. So what time are you going to come and pick us up?
Well, the mall is only like 5 minutes drive from where we live, and it's 20 minutes drive to your house, so it isn't exactly the most convenient thing to go and pick you up just for a trip to the mall.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. My husband doesn't really like driving on the weekends, so it will work out perfectly, actually. If you all come to our place to pick us up, then he won't have to drive, and it'll be a win-win, right?
Well, no, I mean, I was trying to say that it isn't really worth driving so far out of the way just to go to the mall that is so close by.
What? Come on now. What are you talking about? Don't you think you're being a little mean right now, Nora?
Mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand how I am being mean.
You should be nice to everyone. You don't see how you're being selfish right now? I mean, I'm your husband's little sister. We're sisters-in-laws. You should try doing nicer things for me when I ask.
Well, what if you all found your own way to the mall and then we can meet up there and eat lunch? I just don't really see the point in driving all the way to pick you all up when you have a car that you can take to go yourselves.
Well, okay, but for making us do all of that hard work, you're at least going to treat us all to lunch then, right?
What? Why would I do that?
Oh, thank you so much.
That wasn't me saying that I would. I was asking why I should.
I know of a steakhouse in the mall that I've just been dying to try out, so let's go there, okay?
Erica, what are you even talking about right now? You're always like this. You think that you can just talk over people until you get what you want.
I am not. You're just being cheap. Are you really going to let your stinginess ruin this whole mall trip?
Yep, I guess I am, Erica. I guess I am.
Well, whatever. We will let you know when we get there, so it'll be around noon so that we can all eat together.
I don't even know if I feel like going to the mall anymore, actually.
Oh, by the way, I heard that you were all going on a vacation next month, right? Mike was telling us a little bit about it.
What? Mike told you about our family vacation?
Well, not exactly. He told our mom, and then Mom told me about it, but that means that he basically told me all about it. I hear that you're all going to a nice resort in Wyoming. I'm sure you don't mind if my family tags along to go with you guys, right?
Erica, what are you talking about? This is a trip for my family. I'm sorry, but no, you can't come.
But we are family, aren't we? Do you really not want us there so badly?
You know what I meant, Erica. I meant direct family, not just relatives. It's just going to be Mike and I and the kids. I'm sorry.
But we really want to go. I don't see what the big deal is. At least tell us the name of the hotel that you're going to be staying at.
Do you really want to come along with us that badly?
I just think it would be really fun if our two families got to go on vacation together. Think of all the great times and memories that we could have.
I see.
So then it's fine? You don't mind? Make sure and reserve a room for us at the same place you will all be staying at, okay? And make sure that it's for 2 adults and 1 kid. Thank you!
Why do I have to make the reservations for your family? I don't understand.
Well, because you haven't told us the name of the place that you're all going to be staying at, of course. I can't reserve rooms at a hotel that I don't know the name of.
So then if I tell you the name of the hotel, then you can make your own reservations, is what you're saying?
Nora, come on. Why do you always have to be like this? You should be more excited about this. We're all going to enjoy some beautiful nature together. Won't that be nice?
Well, we're going to stay 3 days and 2 nights at a pretty nice place. It isn't exactly cheap. Are you sure you still want to tag along?
Yeah, of course I am. Why wouldn't I be?
I mean, do you think you might want to look into the price at all and make sure you can go? I don't mean to be rude, but it's just, Well, you always seem to be short on money. I just am not sure if you'll be able to afford a place like this.
What are you talking about? There is nothing to worry about since you're going to be paying for everything.
Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean?
That I'm just so thankful that you agreed to pay for us. It's so sweet of you.
Erica, what are you even talking about right now?
I mean, you said so yourself, right? My family definitely doesn't have the kind of money to be able to afford a trip like this. So you and Mike are going to be paying for us to come along with you.
Sorry, so not only do you force your way into my family vacation, but you expect me to pay for all of you too?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds horrible. Besides, you said you would pay. Don't you remember? I know that it isn't like you can't afford it.
I never once said that I would pay for you. What are you talking about? You always try and do this. You always try and trick people into paying for whatever you want to do. Well, I'm putting my foot down and saying no.
But you can't do that. I already told Adam that we would be going on this trip.
What? Why would you even do that? We barely even talked about this at all. Why would you say that to him?
Well, because now you can't tell me no. It'll break his heart. So just send me the name of the hotel. I'll make the reservations and you can pay me back for it in person when we meet there. Thanks again, Nora. You're the best.
I am not going to be paying for you. I am serious. Do not do this if you think that you're going to be paid back.
Oh, also, one more thing. It would be such a waste to take 2 cars to go there, so we're all going to go in your car, okay? Make sure you pick us up on the way out of the city, okay? Thanks!
Are you even reading the messages that I'm sending you?
We're so looking forward to this. It's going to be a blast. See you there! Oh man, the breakfast buffet this morning was incredible. It's been so tasty every single time. But I didn't see you in the dining room this morning. Where did you all run off to? Did you all go take a morning dip instead? Hello? Nora, are you there?
What is it, Erica? What do you want?
Don't you, what is it, me? Where did you all go? Tell me now. We are trying to check out, and the front desk person is telling us that our bill still hasn't been paid.
Where are we? Well, my family and I are all back home already.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean, we checked out this morning and we got back home maybe an hour or 2 ago.
Nora, what are you talking about? What about us?
What about you?
Well, we all came together in your car, so if you all just went home without us, then how are we supposed to get home? What are we supposed to do?
What are you talking about? You're an adult. You should be able to figure this out. I mean, you can't expect people to do everything for you all the time.
What is that supposed to mean?
What I just said, Erica. You are an adult, so find your own way home. You have a phone, so use the map and find a route back. I know that there is a shuttle at the resort that will take you back to the nearest large town. Maybe from there you can catch a flight back. Figure something out for yourself for once.
Nora, how can you be so cruel? I don't understand what's gotten into you. I don't even know how I would even start to figure out how to get home.
What? What do you mean? Why not?
Well, for one, I don't even have any money. How can we get home without any money?
What? You didn't even bring any money with you at all?
And the person at the front desk keeps talking about how we have to pay our bill still. What is going on here even?
Erica, I seriously wish I knew what was going on inside that head of yours sometimes. I told you over and over and over again that we were not going to be paying for your family to come with us. Scroll up in our messages. It is there written in plain English. I told you that you would have to pay your own way, but you insisted on coming, and now look at what you've gotten yourself into. We had to get up really early in the morning to make sure that we could check out of there and escape without you noticing.
What do you mean? I thought that our families were having so much fun together.
You seriously thought that Mike and I were having fun the way you kept making us pay for everything? You made us take you shopping and out to restaurants. It was ridiculous. I mean, honestly, what were you even thinking?
But we didn't have any money on us. We didn't have any other choice but to rely on you two. And more importantly, we don't have any money to pay for the hotel now, or a means to get home. Please, come back and pick us up, Nora.
Yeah, no, I am not going back there for you. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Maybe you can call your parents and ask them for some money. If you have time to be texting me all of this, you should at least have the time to give them a call.
But I can't ask them for money for this. It'll be too embarrassing. How could you even ask me to do something like that?
Well, do whatever you want then, but neither Mike nor I are going to go and pick you up from there. I guess you really just don't have any choice but to call your parents and ask them for some money, huh?
Wait, Nora, please. Can you at least tell me how much you paid for your stay?
Did you really not even look at all how much it was going to cost? You made the reservations. What were you doing? I mean, the price had to have been written down on the website when you booked your rooms. How do you not know how much you're supposed to be paying? If you must know, for the four of us, it cost a little over $1,000.
$1,000?
I told you that this place was a pretty nice hotel, didn't I? I told you that it wasn't cheap.
But we can't pay $1,000.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, Erica. You're the one so intent on butting into our family vacation. You really should have thought more about how you're going to afford it. You have no one to blame but yourself.
Please, Nora, I'm so sorry.
But you always do this, Erica. You always just try and tag along on other people's plans and expect them to pay for you. And whenever you ask to tag along on something with my family, and I bring up not wanting to have to pay for you, then you run to your parents and tell them that I was being cheap. You're always making me look bad, but I've had enough. You're on your own now. Figure your own way out of this.
Nora, what are you talking about right now? You can't be serious, right? Please, let's be reasonable.
Do you really think that just because you're my sister-in-law that makes you entitled to everything I own? Do you know how obnoxious and pushy you can be? Well, Mike and I are sick of it, and it isn't just us. Even your parents are getting sick of your attitude and the way you use people. We've talked, and we think it's high time that you learn a little responsibility.
Well, that's all fine, but what am I supposed to do about this hotel bill?
I don't know. You will have to figure out a way to pay it off yourself. But I'm not going to be paying that for you. In fact, until you figure all this out, I don't want to hear another word from you, Erica.
But the hotel manager just came out and said that if we aren't able to pay, then he was going to call the police on us.
Wow, it seems that you have dug quite the hole for yourself, haven't you? Well, good luck dealing with the cops.
Wait, no! You can't just leave things like this. Come on, Nora. This is all your fault that things went this way, so the least you can do is help us out. You have to do something. You can't just leave us like this.
What are you talking about? Don't try to pin this on me just because you thought that you could have your way if you ignored what I try to tell you. You thought that you could waltz in here and do whatever you wanted and expect everyone to follow along. Well, not this time. Also, it sounds like Mike called your parents for you.
What? He called Mom and Dad? Why would he do that?
Apparently, your parents agreed to make the long drive out to pick all of you up. But after that, they said they were cutting you off from any other help.
What? Did they really say that? But why? How could they do this?
I told you, it wasn't just Mike and I that were getting fed up with your attitude. We weren't the only ones that noticed the way you treat others. You treat your family like your own personal piggy bank, all because you refuse to learn how to be responsible with your own money. Did you really think things could go on forever like that?
But we're all family. I thought that they would be fine with it. I don't see what the problem is.
Do you really think that just because you're family that you can just ask for whatever you want of someone and expect them to do it for you?
Okay, I get it. Nora, please just help us out. You have to do something. I've tried texting Mike, but he isn't responding to any of my messages. Please, what are we supposed to do now?
Why do you keep asking me as if I'm going to have an answer? I'm not going to help you with any of this. I've already told you. As for Mike, he said that he's blocked you.
What? My own brother blocked me?
Well, I really don't know what else you could expect after all the trouble you've caused us over the years.
But this is too much. How can you all be so cruel to me in a time like this? Are you really all willing to let me get arrested just for this? Are you all really so ready to just abandon me?
Erica, if you don't want to get arrested, then you'll have to beg your parents to pay the hotel what you owe and apologize for what you've done.
But that will be so embarrassing. I can't do something like that. I would just die of shame.
Well, enjoy the police station then.
Please? I need to get out of here. You have to help me get out of here. Please, I couldn't stand it if my parents had to bail me out like this. Help me, please.
Wow, trying to run away from the hotel because you can't pay your bill? That really is what a criminal would do. Anyways, I'm getting tired of this. I think I'll leave you blocked for a while. Good luck with the cops and your parents. In the end, Erica and her family were unable to pay their outstanding bill at the resort. Erica panicked and tried to run out the front door of the hotel, but she did so as soon as the police were showing up, and they made sure she stayed put. After that, her parents finally arrived to bail her out. Without a job, however, Erica had no choice but to find some part-time jobs so that she could start paying back her parents. Now her family barely ekes by every month just to afford the essentials. My husband knew that Erica would take forever to pay back their parents, and so he paid them the rest of her outstanding amount. Even after that, they still refused to give Erica any more financial help. Left with no one to blame but herself, I only hope that she learns her lesson and changed for the better in the future.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.